So I was jigging the slender spoon, and the fish would come into it, but they wouldn't touch it. I think it's a little bit too aggressive a presentation for this time of year right now. The ice has been on way longer than usual. This is a lake that's prone to winter kill, so I'm guessing the oxygen levels are low because there's a lot of snow up here this year. And even when I'm fighting these rainbow trout, they don't have a quarter of the energy.
Dad, first one.
Yeah, finally got to catch a fish with the kids. They're going crazy. They're catching fish. Caught a nice rainbow trout right there. And I was using my buddy Jamie's technique, a little green jig, but I'm using a tungsten jig, and then I use this little slip float, and a tungsten jig. Just wiggle a little bit, they come in, and then you just watch where they gently take it. The bobber goes down, you set the hook. That's what we caught. Oh, we got one over there. Callie, here. Oh, did it come off? I think it came off. I think yours came off here. We'll reset it. They're biting good today. Oh, I just have to...
He got one. Okay. And he got one? Yeah. Aww.
Okay, watch. Okay, watch. See all the bobbers moving around? Okay, watch it. Watch. Okay, so the bobber is supposed to be... Oh, see how it went down? Did you see it move? A fish, when they pull it, either goes down. See, like that? Did you see that?
So just pull up.
Watch, yeah, and then you pull up when it moves. See it's moving? See it's moving? Look at that. Look, see?
Pull up.
Oh, we missed him. Look, a fish there. Oh, we got him. Little guy. This little guy.
Oh. Can I hold him?
He's gone.
Oh, he's gone. He got off the go by himself. Oh, the bobber went down.
No, I jerked it.
Jerked it?
Yeah, see, sometimes you wiggle it, and then you... Oh, yeah, right there, see? Oh!
Oh. Sometimes I get the little ones.
Oh, did you see that one? It's a bigger one. Guys, move the red thing, This is a bigger one, guys. Pull it out. Oh, there's a bigger one. Yeah!
Oh, yeah, it's after I got more bigger ones.
Yeah, you did.
We're going to take a picture with that.
You saw how the bobber went down like that, just like nothing. Zoom.
I'm going to take...
Gal, you want to take a picture of me?
Sure. Good.
And what I'm looking at when I'm looking at the Marcum, it's been a while since I've done this. It has a little bit of flashing, and that's artifact. I know guys always comment and say, oh, something's wrong with your flasher. Nothing's wrong with my flasher. It's actually a flasher. It's a light that spins around that dial, and you can see it with your naked eye better because we see it at a different frame rate than these cameras can, and that's why it flashes, okay? So this is my jig coming down, and look right away, there's a fish. See those fish right there? There are so many trout along this ridge here, and look at that bright red mark, I mean. Let's see if he comes and grabs it. Okay, see those two red marks right there on the side? This is my hook right here, and that red one, see my green mark is moving up. There's a fish, yeah, that red mark when he comes, that's a trout. Now trout, when you're fishing for trout, they'll come in and out of the screen. They're not really like panfish that'll come there and just watch it.
Batteries?
Oh, look at this. He's got it. Oh, that's a good one. Callie, that's a good one. That's a good one. Come help me. Come help me, Callie. Hurry. Get that red thing out of there. Hurry, get it out. I got him. It's a nice rainbow trout. Oh, there he's coming out of the hole anyways. There he swam right out of the hole. Oh, he came off. Okay, so we're fishing one of these mid-lake humps like I always talk about, and it's springtime and the fish are even out here. We were on the outside of the hump and the fishing really slowed down. So I drilled and I found the inside of the hump, and bang, fish are here right away. Like, look at that. So that's my jig. That's my jig right there. You can see wiggling right there up and down. And I'm just using a jig, small tungsten jig, green, with a piece of worm on a little float, because they like hitting it when it's still. You know, they're a little bit slow this spring, and that's been really helping. So you can adjust these slip floats really easily just by sliding a little rubber stopper on the line to get you to the desired depth. So when I'm not seeing fish on the Marcum, what I do is I'll get more aggressive until I start to see fish. I'll jig, and you can keep on jigging right until you start to see fish, and then that's when I slow it down because that's when they're going to take it. Oh, there's one. See that? See that big red mark come in? Now watch my float. You watch the float. See how the float's moving across the side? That's because the fish was looking at it or breathing on it, you know, or he's flick it with his tail. Okay, watch. See that red mark coming in there again at the right just below 5 foot? That's the one. Look at my jig, and you see this float. See how it's moving? That means they're just barely touching it. I wait till, you know, it grabs a little bit better before I touch it. Otherwise, you just miss them on the hook set, and they'll come back around and hit it. I went to look at you guys. Let's see if he comes back now and grabs it. So, oh, there, float went. Oh, like that. See? Oh, it's a little guy. Little tiny one. Okay.
Release him.
Okay.
Show it.
There's already fish down there close to the bottom.
Oh no.
There he goes.
He's gone. I take the picture of it. And I watch
There's a fish right down there. Oh, there's already one there on my jig. See the float's going down? I got him. We just got down. Oh, that's a better one. Oh, that's a big brook trout. Oh, yeah.
Now we both got
a big brook trout. Oh man, this method really works well with the jig. Hope you don't mind a little bit of flashing. This is kind of fun watching it on the screen. I've tried to film with my GoPro the screen on this Marcum, but it doesn't work that great. It's way too much artifact. So this one with the Canon, it's not quite as bad. You can actually see what's going on. Oh, there's a fish right there. There he is. Oh. You can see this float barely floats that tungsten jig. And if you really have a light bite, finicky biters, that's what you want. Just something that barely floats, a little tiny float. This is those fly fishing floats that you put on the fly line when you're chironomid fishing. And that's all I use. I slide it through the center, the black hole in the plastic insert. There we go. There we got one. Little guy. And I just slide it through the plastic insert. And I use a little bobber stopper, or float stopper on the line. Hey, look, there's another fish right down there already. You know when you're in the right spot, when they're coming by, when your hook's not even down there. Oh, there's the red mark. There's the red mark. Oh, see the Robert moving? Oh, I got him. I got him. He's a little guy. You got your gloves on now. See, there's a fish down there already on the bottom, waiting for me. Oh, see, red mark. As soon as I drop it down, oh, I set the hook, and I missed him. The bobber's going down. See a little bit of movement? Oh, it's a little guy. Oh, there we go. Another little guy. Little guy. Oh, look at that little brookie. Oh, he's tangled up on my transducer. I'm telling you, this is crazy action. When you're on that edge of the hump, they're just coming through one after another. Look at that red mark already showing up. And I just wiggle it a little bit, settle it back down. You can see I'm in about 7 feet of water. Only about 5 feet down. Good job. There we go. Oh, that was a bigger one. Did I break off? Oh, I snapped my line. 6-pound test. My knot pulled out. That's no good.